Well, good morning. Welcome. Hello to everyone online. So, the first thing that we do whenever we sit down to meditate is to establish our motivation. So, we'll just take a moment to generate compassion for all sentient beings, remembering that they've all been our kind mothers so many times before. And we can make the wish that our meditation practice will benefit them and that we can free all sentient beings from suffering. And then we'll say the 7-line prayer. Om Organ Yogi Num Jansam Pemage Sardompola Yatsen Chogi Ngorupne Pema Jungne Jesura Kordu Kandro Mangpo Kor Ketki Jesu Dak Drupki Jinji Lop Chia Shek Su So Guru Pema City Home Organ Yugi Num Jansam Pemage Sardompola Yatsen Chogi Ngorupne Pema Jungne Jesurak Kordu Kandro Mangpo Kor Ketki Jesu Dak Drupki Jinji Lop Chia Shek Su So Guru Pema City Home Organ Yugi Num Jansam Pemage Sardompola Yatsen Chogi Ngorupne Pema Jungne Jesurak Kordu Kandro Mangpo Kor Ketki Jesu Dak Drupki Jinji Lop Chia Shek Su So Guru Pema City Home. And so the meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha meditation or calm abiding meditation. And the point of this meditation is to create space in the mind. So usually we don't have very much space in our minds, and I think our minds are kind of more like a beehive of just all these bees that are ready to react anytime the hive is bumped into, so anything happens in our life and we're just bzzz, which is very reactive. And really stirs us up, stirs up all of our emotions. We could lash out so much if just anything doesn't go our way, any little thing doesn't go our way, and we have it so provokes such a reaction in us. And it makes you wonder, how's this going to go when I run into like the worst thing, like just when I die, like what's that going to do if I can't handle like my coffee being cold or like something spilling on the floor? Like what's going to happen when I die? so that's why we meditate, so that we have a chance of actually maintaining our equanimity at that very crucial juncture. So So this meditation trains our mind should be both calm and relaxed and alert and wakeful. And it helps us to um, connect with the natural state of mind, which is relaxed, stable, and open. So much different than that angry little beehive that we normally are living in. Um, so, and then having that little bit of space gives us some time so that when something happens, something, whatever, we drop our coffee cup on the floor and it spills everywhere. And, depending on how your day is going or to how much space you have in your mind, that can be like, oh my gosh, my day is ruined. Like I have such a big reaction over this. Or it could be funny. Oh, wow. Can anything else go wrong? Oh my goodness. I can't believe I dropped my coffee cup. Oh well, guess I'm going to make another pot of coffee. And it's like, and you can see that happen in your experience, or sometimes something is just like, it's not a big deal at all, and on most days it wouldn't bother you, but today it does. Or something that would normally bother you, today you're handling it fine because you feel kind of spacious and you've got that room in yourself. So but that spaciousness, we don't have stability in that spaciousness. And so it's just kind of like hit or miss whether we're going to have a day where we can handle that obstacle or a day where it's going to just, tank us. So this meditation helps to stabilize our mind so that we are always able to have that kind of equanimity and that openness and that relaxed nature of mind. Um, So we can take a comfortable seat. If you're watching online, you can do this meditation sitting in a chair, or you could sit cross-legged on the floor. However you're sitting, you want to have a stable base. Feel stable in your seat. Then we'll just place our hands in our lap, gently relaxed. Traditionally, we hold one hand in the other with the thumbs touching and place the hands so the thumbs are just below the navel, but you can also just rest your hands on your thighs. And then check in with your posture. Make sure your spine is straight. Your shoulders are back. We've got nice straight posture. But our body is also relaxed. Sitting up straight, but the muscles are relaxed. And your elbows are out a bit away from your body, so you've got room around your rib cage to breathe. And then in our tradition, we meditate with our eyes open. So your eyes will look gently down, following the bridge of your nose. You can imagine a line following the bridge of your nose, extending down to the floor, and just find a point along that line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And then lastly, place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like saying the letter L. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Just relax into your natural rhythm of breathing. Sometimes it helps to take a deep breath to get to that natural rhythm of breathing. You can, if you're feeling constricted in your breath, you can just do a big out breath and let out all your air. And then naturally you'll start breathing deeply again. So settle into that natural rhythm of breath, not trying to control it at all, just breathing naturally. And then place the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it, just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. When thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. Don't even look to see what they are. Your meditation's not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So when you find yourself following a thought, just drop it and return to your breath. And if it's really difficult for you to dismiss your thoughts, you can imagine using tongs to pick up the thought and drop it, or you could visualize cutting them with scissors and throwing them away. You always return to that single pointed concentration. We'll return again and again to that gossamer thin attention on the breath. Right, so that was our first round of meditation, our 5-minute warm-up round. This month, during the month of February, we have our February meditation challenge at KPC. And the February meditation challenge, you can jump in at any time. And all it is just a challenge to meditate every day for 5 minutes. And that's it. So, like practicing every day for 5 minutes through the month of February. At the end of the month, you have a meditation practice, and that you can keep going with. So, throughout the month on social media, we are sharing posts and explainer videos and meditation quotes and teachings to help bolster your meditation practice. And I'll be sharing videos about different kinds of meditation that you can do. So so I hope you'll participate in the meditation challenge. If you just meditate for 5 minutes, all you have to do is do that every day. This little box elder bug. I love those guys. All right, so we're going to do a longer meditation now. Just pull up my timer. All right. So if you have anything about the way you're sitting that you've noticed is uncomfortable, you can change that now. We'll be sitting for 15 minutes for this next round. So if you need to adjust your cushion or roll your shoulders or anything, do that now. And try when we're meditating to sit still for the whole length of time that we are committing to, while having compassion for ourselves. If if you really need to do something, but if your body's not used to sitting in meditation posture, it can be difficult to sit for long periods of time. So knowing that we try to sit still for the duration of our sit. If you've got like bad knees or something like that, you might also want to try just doing short little bursts or sitting in a chair or something that is more comfortable for your body. It's difficult sometimes to sit when your knees are screaming at you. All right, so we'll come back to our meditation posture, sitting up straight. Body is relaxed. Your shoulders are open, elbows are out a bit. Eyes are open, looking gently down. And the tongue is right behind your front teeth. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Just breathe naturally, the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. Return again and again to that gossamer thin attention on your breath. So when we're meditating, it is totally normal for thoughts to come up, distractions to come up, and to get distracted. And we just come back to the breath. And that's the practice. We get distracted and we come back. A lot of times people think that you're just not supposed to get distracted at all. But that's totally normal to get distracted. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong if you're getting distracted, if you're having thoughts come up. That's just what the practice is like, getting distracted and coming back, getting distracted and coming back. And you're building that muscle of recognizing when you're distracted, and then the muscle of renouncing your distraction and recommitting to your breath. And so we're practicing those muscles over and over again, the recognition and the renunciation and the recommitment to our breath and to our practice. And we just do that over and over again. And and it's important not to let thoughts of like, am I doing this right? Like get in the way of your practice. Because a lot of times people get really worried they're not sitting exactly right, or they're not, whatever. I had thoughts in my head. I'm not meditating right. I can't do this. And it's important to not let those kinds of worries keep you from your practice, or hold you back from practicing. In the practice, that's what we do. Is we get distracted, we come back. You're not doing anything wrong if you're having thoughts in your head. That just means you have thoughts, which is what we all have. We have a mind. It has thoughts. It moves. Our minds are always moving. So even when we really stabilize the mind with meditation, it's like our minds go from being a tumultuous waterfall, tumultuous river, all this movement, and then it becomes like more like a calm stream. And then it becomes like a calm lake where it looks very still on the surface, but there's still movement in the water of a calm lake. There's still movement there. We never get to a place where the mind is frozen, solid, with no movement. That's not a goal. That's not the goal of our practice. We're not trying to block movement or block thoughts or just, that's like dead energy, right? And that's not what we're going for. Even when our minds are totally stabilized, there is still movement there.
So tricky though, because I was analyzing the differences of the thoughts, which is a waste of time.
Yeah.
One was an orange and the other one was a feeling.
Yeah.
Like trying to work it out is another.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm very conceptual, it's just like, oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's another layer of the thinking about the thinking, and it's not the time to therapize yourself over that, or come or be like, well, why am I thinking this? And like, let's, maybe I'm thinking this because of this going on. I'm like, yeah, now you're just following the thought. You're chasing it. And yeah, we just have to, as soon as we notice that, let it go and come back. I wanted to share a little quote from Yangi Mingyur Rinpoche. Says that meditation is about learning to recognize our basic goodness in the immediacy of the present moment, and then nurturing this recognition until it seeps into the very core of our being. Yeah. So we're just going to do a last little 3-minute meditation to close out. All right, so we'll come back to our meditation posture. Straight back, relaxed body. We're breathing naturally. not controlling our breath, just breathing naturally. And our attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of our breath. Okay, and then we'll say the dedication prayers. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice, and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have, similarly I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. All right.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Just a quick announcement. Next week, our schedule is changing. So starting next week, this class will be at 11 a.m. And which is convenient if you want to stay after the class for Ryo Sangchud at 12. And also the format of the class will change. Starting next week, we'll be doing, in addition to stabilizing the mind, we'll also be doing Tonglen and the light expansion prayer. So it'll be kind of a little buffet. You can try a few different kinds of meditations and stabilize the mind, open the heart. So starting at 11 a.m. next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.